to the U.S. and Russia discussing the end of the Ukraine war. Joining us now is Chart Industries CEO Jill Evanko. They make equipment used in every aspect of the LNG supply chain. Jill, it's great to have you back. Welcome. How would you characterize the mood right now?
Yeah, thanks for having me back. It's great to be here. So what I would say is, in general, what we're hearing and seeing is just an increasing demand for global energy. And specific to LNG, this is, again, becoming a much more global market where the U.S. LNG exports have been increasing. We're hearing multiple different opportunities for doubling of importing in locations like India, as you refer to. Also, the Japanese looking to potentially import more LNG from the United States. But what I would say is, as a whole, with respect to energy, all things energy, whether that's artificial intelligence, data center driven, there is a need for more. And the hybrid of solutions is something that's going to be extremely important to this. And LNG is at the heart and soul of that.
Yeah, I will talk a little bit about kind of its role in what could be happening in Europe right now in particular. You know, as we talk about and just speculate for right now, what could happen with if Russia and Ukraine come to some kind of truce or agreement. Where do you think Europe turns for its energy? I mean, would they ever turn back to those Russian supplies that Germany, previously relied on?
So certainly, you know, peace talks, there's uncertainty around what that can look like. And so to your point about speculating, I think it's important that we look at the demand overall for global energy. And I believe that Europe is going to continue to need natural gas from multiple different sources. In particular, when you look at the growing demand for European natural gas, if the Russian opportunity comes back online, that is going to take time. What that looks like, how much of that, all of that is uncertain. So what we believe is that there's going to continue to be a need to provide gas to Europe from various different geographies, and the U.S. being at the center of that. We also think that there's the fact that you don't want to go back to, as Europe, what we looked like before 2022 and have that risk that happened in February of 22 when the conflict broke out.
Jill, I don't know a lot about energy. It's Brian Selvin, but I do know a lot about the stock market. I'm looking at your stock, and I'm seeing it's down 17%. I'm thinking all we're talking about is how energy demand is going to grow. We've got pro-energy in the White House, drill, baby, drill, all this other stuff. What are investors missing about Chart Industries stock?
So overall at Chart, we are molecule agnostic. So we serve a variety of different end markets with our process technologies, our engineering, as well as our equipment and manufacturing. And we do so globally. So that allows us to play in a variety of different end markets. And with the growing increase in demand for energy, this is going to require a variety of different solutions in a variety of different geographies. What we have is flexible manufacturing capabilities to address those various different end markets and geographies, as well as learning from the supply chain challenges that hit the industry back in 2021 and early 2022, where we, like many other manufacturers, have reinforced our supply base, having different regional supply sources as well as global supply sources. So all of that plays to continued demand across the end markets and participation in these various different energy solutions to meet the growing demand.